All right. Quick review of my first ever PSA submission, submitted back on February 2nd. Just got them in the mail today. So the results, I've looked through them, definitely a little disappointed, but overall, great learning experience. I did 31 cards, so for I think about $730 is what my total bill was. It was a bulk submission before they increased the rates. And anyway, let's go through them. First one, I got, this is my only modern card that I did, got a 9. So it's definitely, thought that was going to be a 10. And then also JJ's definitely, this was back when I thought maybe he had a chance to do well. All right, so what you're going to see is a lot of the kind of 80s baseball is where I spent a lot of time on this one. So this one got a 6. I was thinking, since I hadn't touched this one ever, it was out of a set, but just things that I've learned, just centering, is such a big part of this. I thought the edges crisp, the black edges were crisp. Anyway, that was a 6 on that one, and I got another 6. This one, again, doing Nolan Ryan. These will probably stay in my personal collection just for me, but kind of looking at these, a little bit closer, there's definitely surface issues, centering, and then, just, again, I think it's just hard to get. The other part was the back, making sure that the back is what you're expecting there. So, all right. Jumping into the 7s, so this is 7, Dwight Gooden. Again, thought these would be up one level, 8, 9s, and 10s, but obviously I did not know what I was doing. So these are going to be great reference material for me, to really gauge. And as you look, you can see the centering, it just shifted down just a little bit, but definitely enough to knock it down. All right, Tony Gwynn, 84. Thought this was a nice looking card, but again, centering, it's a little left. Left, the back looks good, but overall, it's all about that damn centering. All right, next one, 7 on Orion Sandberg. Again, definitely something that when you look at them, it's like, geez. It looks impressive to have all these cards encased is probably the best takeaway from it. But again, when you look at this one, shifted top, it's not centered at all. So definitely got to pay attention to those things. So, but great learning experience. Kind of expensive, but all right, it's what it is. So another 7 for Mr. Darryl Strawberry. Those are all my 7s so far, so we're jumping up to the 8s now. These were out of my traded set. Had never opened this box, so it was definitely was thinking that these were going to be easy 10s, but again, you look at centering. That's the biggest issue with these ones. So, all right, next one, little Bo Jackson, 86, tops traded. Again, centering so bad, So anyway, another one, another 8. I think the cards are crisp. Like there's nothing with the corners or, these cards have never been touched. So again, I think it's all about the centering. A little too high on that one. All right, another 8. This is my favorite player of all time. So again, these will probably just stay in my collection forever. But definitely nice to have them encased up. All right, another Sandberg here. This one, I think everything comes down to centering. Corners are decent. And it's flipping it over and really looking at the centering and paying attention to all of those. So, all right, next one. This one, I was so disappointed. This is one of my favorite cards just because I love the look and the sepia tone, and yeah, it just looks sharp. Totally thought this was going to be a 10. Centering was perfect. Still don't know why it's an 8, but then you flip it over and you're like, oh, a little bit to the right, you know. So anyway, it's definitely trying to, on some of these I just want to get my money back, kind of thing on the grading, but definitely a fun experience to go through it. So Mr. Mike Schmidt, 86, that's definitely where that's at. Mr. Nolan Ryan, got an 8 on this one, so definitely improving. So Cal Ripken, another 8. Again, these cards have never been touched. These were in my package, in my full sets. Pulled them out and but okay. Here's my 9s for the baseball side. So 9s on Don Mattingly. So 87 Don Mattingly. And it's funny, you kind of look at this and you're like, wait, I don't remember seeing these lines, but now that you're looking at them more closely and diving into the details of them, but anyway, I still think there's some value in these cards, so we'll see if I can figure out a way to get some of my money back on those. Bo Jackson, definitely sharp looking card. Yeah, that one's a really nice one. And then this one I totally thought, again, another one of my packaged cards that never ever saw the light of day, but anyway, thought that was going to be a 10, so just missed. But all right, now on to basketball. So as many of you know, I have a huge basketball collection. Didn't send as many basketball ones in, just kind of wanted to focus on the ones that I had sent on the baseball side, and I'm like, well, I'm going to send a few in, so I'm glad I did. So these are from the 86 set that I have, so trying to like figure out how much, you know, work I have, but you look at these and again, I think the surface, the corners, the edges, there's so much that can go wrong in these, but to come back with a 5, it's like, oof, that's going to leave a mark for sure. So anyway, that's the start of my basketball. Kind of disappointed in that one. These ones were for fun. Just the Menendez brothers cards. Just I did 2 of them. So, and it's funny that they came back exactly the same. So, but corner issues on some of them, centering, you know, as we get into them in more detail. But anyway, all right. Now we're off to the Jordan collection. So we've got 8 on these ones coming up, so totally thought these were sharp, clean, centered, but it must be like a surface issue. I wish that would be my only feedback, is being able to get something like, hey, you got a scratch down the side or something. But this one was kind of cool. I thought this one was centered pretty well, but then you start looking at it really closely, and then you flip it over and you're like, oh, dang, another centering issue. So all right, so centering is the name of the game. Back to 7s. I got a 7 on this one. So as far as again, I thought they were pretty well centered, you know, of both sides, but they saw something. So, or I had somebody with a bad day. That's kind of the other side. So, all right, these are 8s. So, and it's hard to see the difference, you know, like these 2 are both 8s. So then this is my 9. So all right, that is 31 cards graded. So kind of cool to have them all in a stack that you can look at. So but back that up. All right, have a good one.